Well, good morning, everybody. This is Pastor Jay, and I'm coming to you from the vicarage. And we're here today to do our Tuesday Digging Deeper devotional. It is Veterans Day, so we didn't have Jesus 45, but we are here to continue on with our Digging Deeper devotionals anyway. And so we are digging deeper into Acts chapter 21. It's hard to believe, though, after all this time that we've made it this far. But we are continuing to talk about Paul the Apostle's journey. We're in his third missionary journey, and he is heading towards Jerusalem now. We've been talking the last several weeks about how Paul has come to this understanding that difficulty lies ahead of him. And he's come to this understanding through the place of prayer, through the place of connection with God. We talked about his journey where he had begun, after his visit to Corinth and after all that, he had begun to sense that something was shifting in his ministry, and he began to address the ministry differently from that point on. Something shifted in him as his ministry in Corinth ended. And it's taken a long time for him to begin to realize, to begin to come to an understanding of what God is doing and what God is going to do in his life and what that means for him. Now, even at this point in Acts 21, Paul doesn't fully understand all that's going to happen, but he has a much better picture, particularly, I think, after his long walk to the city of Assos, which happened in Acts chapter 20. He has a much better understanding of the things that are coming upon him in the future. And what we see is that as he comes to that understanding, he doesn't try to escape his fate. He embraces it. He doesn't try to escape his destiny. He embraces it as part and parcel of who he is in God. Carrie asked this question: what do you see God doing in the earth? Join him in that thing. That was her encouragement, just like Paul did. Paul began to see that God had a plan for him, and that plan involved hardship, but it also involved the saving of many souls alive, just like what happened to Joseph back in the book of Genesis. Joseph had to be sold into slavery, had to end up in prison in order to become the second most powerful man in the kingdom of Egypt, in order to save the nation of Israel. Joseph understood that. Paul understands that same kind of thing now. Hardship and difficulty lies in his way, but he sees that God is in that, and he sees that if he pursues that pathway, if he embraces that pathway, then God will be able to rescue many people from darkness and sin. And so Paul Paul embraces that journey. What do you see God doing? What hardships lie in your way? What will those things produce? That's a question that we have to ask ourselves. And it's one of the questions that I'm praying. Lord, what is in my journey? What do I have to embrace in order for you to rescue many souls alive? Until we meet again, God bless you and be at peace.